Your feelings will lie to you every single day, and the day you stop listening to them is the day your life finally changes. There is a reason why some people build extraordinary lives and others spend years working hard and going nowhere. It is not effort. It is not intelligence. It is not even opportunity. It is something most people never talk about. Something so simple, it sounds almost insulting. And by the end of this, you are going to understand it completely. But first, I need to tell you about the morning that almost cost a man everything. His name was Ryan, 29 years old, 18 months into building an online business from his apartment. He had a plan, a real plan. Not a vague wish, an actual structured, written-out plan with daily actions, weekly targets, monthly milestones. It was a good plan, but Ryan had a problem. He was a slave to his moods. Good day? He would work 12 hours, feel unstoppable, crush every item on his list. Bad day? He would tell himself he needed rest. He would convince himself he deserved a break. He would spend the evening consuming instead of creating, and go to sleep promising himself that tomorrow he would make up for it. Tomorrow always came. The makeup never did. 6 months in, Ryan had worked hard on maybe 40% of his planned days. The business was stagnating. The gap between where he was and where his plan said he should be was growing wider every week. One night, his mentor looked at his progress report and said something Ryan never forgot. He said, "Ryan, you do not have a strategy problem. You do not have a talent problem. You have a mood problem. You are letting how you feel decide what you do. And feelings are the worst business partner you will ever have." That sentence broke something open in Ryan. He printed his plan, laminated it, stuck it on the wall directly above his desk. And underneath it, he wrote 4 words. The plan decides, not you. 12 months later, his business crossed 6 figures. Same plan, different relationship with his feelings. Let that land. Because Ryan is not a unique story. Ryan is most people. Ryan might be you. Here is the brutal truth about moods. They are not reality. They are weather. And you would never cancel your entire life because it was raining outside. But that is exactly what most people do, emotionally, every single day. They wake up feeling flat, and they call it a sign. They wake up feeling anxious, and they call it intuition. They wake up feeling uninspired, and they call it burnout. And so they adjust, they pull back, they modify the plan, they negotiate with themselves until the plan becomes unrecognizable and the dream becomes unreachable. Here is what the most successful people in the world figured out that the rest of us are still learning. You do not need to feel like doing the work. You need to do the work. Feelings follow action, not the other way around. You do not wait until you feel motivated to go to the gym. You go to the gym, and motivation shows up 10 minutes into the workout. You do not wait until you feel inspired to start the project. You open the laptop, and clarity comes after the first paragraph. The feeling you are waiting for. It is on the other side of the action, not before it. There is a name for the skill of doing what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. The highest performers in the world have it, and research shows it is the single greatest predictor of long-term success. It is called emotional discipline, and it will change how you operate forever. Not emotional suppression, not pretending you do not have feelings. Emotional discipline, the ability to feel something fully and still choose your actions based on your commitments instead of your emotions. It is the athlete who is tired, sore, and mentally drained, who trains anyway because the competition does not care how they feel. It is the entrepreneur who is terrified, uncertain, and overwhelmed, who makes the calls anyway because the business requires it. It is the student who is exhausted, distracted, and behind, who opens the book anyway because the future demands it. Think about the people you admire most, the ones who built real things, real bodies, real businesses, real relationships. Not one of them felt like showing up every single day. Not one of them woke up every morning fired up, energized, and certain. They had doubts, dark days, seasons where nothing worked and nothing felt right. But they had something more powerful than motivation. They had a plan. And they honored that plan like a contract. Not when it was convenient, not when they felt like it. Every day, especially the days they did not. I want you to think about something right now. How many times in the last month did your mood make a decision that your future self paid for? Every time you skip the work because you do not feel like it, you are not just losing a day. You are training your brain. You are teaching yourself that feelings are in charge, that comfort gets the vote, that the plan is optional. And the brain is a fast learner. It will apply that lesson everywhere. But the opposite is also true. Every time you show up when you do not feel like it, you are training your brain then too. You are teaching yourself that you are someone who keeps commitments, someone who honors the plan, someone who can be trusted by yourself to do what needs to be done regardless of how the day feels. That identity, that reliability, that is the foundation that everything else gets built on. Because the market does not care about your mood. Your goals do not care about your mood. Your competition absolutely does not care about your mood. They are working right now, feeling exactly what you feel, and working anyway. The plan does not negotiate. The plan does not take days off because it is cloudy outside, or because you slept badly, or because someone said something that knocked you sideways. The plan just waits. Every single day, it waits to see if you are serious. Ryan told me one more thing. The thing that actually made the difference, the thing nobody talks about when they talk about discipline. He said, I stopped asking myself how I felt about the work. I started asking myself, who do I want to be? And the answer to that question never changed based on his mood. That is the whole secret. Stop asking how you feel. Start asking who you are becoming. Because the version of you that builds the life you want does not wait to feel ready. They get up. They follow the plan. They do the work. Not because it is easy, not because it feels good. Because they decided that who they are becoming matters more than how they feel right now. So today, no matter what your mood says, stick to the plan. Show up. Do the work. Honor your commitment to yourself. Because that is exactly who you are. Now act like it.